Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alex the Car Guy here, and today I'm super excited about this product. This is basically a mirror dash cam that's made by Vantop, and this just came out. This is the model H612T, and what makes this camera really special is that it's the first 4K mirror dash cam. Now I heard about mirror dash cams or LCD mirrors before, and I always was curious about them, so I'm really excited to try this out. Oh, nice. So it's actually pretty big. Good packaging too. Nice foam padding. Oh wow, this feels really nice. Yeah, this has a nice weight to it, which is good. I'd always, when you don't feel something light, doesn't feel cheap, and this feels really good. Now, Vantop is a company that just started in 2017, so they're fairly new into the market, but this is pretty nice actually. I think if this is what they're making in the last 3 years, or since they started 3 years ago, I can't wait to see what they come up next. Oof, wow, this is nice. So basically this is a mirror, but there is a screen behind it. And once we hook it up to the car, it should light up. Now let's look at the back. So here are the front camera, and there is a rear camera that should come with this. Here we go. So this is the rear camera that comes with this. And Vantop says that they're using Sony sensors, which are extremely good for low light situations. By the way, this camera is also waterproof. They claim it can be installed outside the car. And I'm gonna play with the installation location. Another thing that makes this camera interesting is that it's one of the first ones that I've seen in the market with a GPS antenna, and that's pretty good because a camera is really good for capturing what happened around you, but without the GPS I think it lacks some of that final detail. Now this is obviously the power button on here, and there's the space where you will put the memory card and the charger, which will be this. And obviously this can be hooked up to the cigarette car lighter, or it can be hardwired into the car. Now another thing that I like about the camera is that it is mounted with basically these rubber straps. So instead of having to remove your mirror, this goes onto your mirror, and then we'll install the straps like that, and it will hold it over the mirror. Now because of the larger size of this display is going to cover the mirror, so you won't be able to see the mirror. They provide an installation tool to allow us to fit the cables inside of the trim of the car, and some double-sided tape to stick the rear camera into place. And let's go and try it out, see how it looks. So here we go. Here's the standard mirror. Now just to give you an idea of the size, this mirror is a little less than 10 inches, about 9.5 inches in length and about 2.5 inches in width. Now here's the mirror from Vantop. Whew. It's 10 inches in size. So, and the back of it, it's actually flexible, so it could fit a little bit wider mirror, and it could fit bigger mirrors, but this is just right for the this car right here. This car right here that we're testing it on is a Toyota Corolla hatchback, and you can see that it fits perfectly. Now the way it's going to attach is again with these little straps. So I'm going to put the mirror here. I'm going to run the strap this way. There you go. That's fairly easy. Attach the second strap right here, and that's it basically. Now all I gotta do is run the wiring, so I'm gonna hook up the connections in here and we'll run it along the trim, and then we'll get this baby fired up. The cables that connect to the dashcam are hidden by inserting them into the trim of the car. Now this is done fairly easy, either with fingers or with the included installation tool. Just push right here and it goes in right away. My cable travels across the top towards the side of the car, all hidden underneath the trim by using the installation tool, and it keeps going, and then it goes over the pillar and then comes out towards the back. Again, this is hidden below the trim, and then finally it comes out through here, and then that is the rear camera, which is mounted on my hatchback. Once the camera is installed, it's pretty stealthy. You cannot really see that it's there unless you look very closely. This is also good because it does not block your view in any way if you're not using it. The front camera blends in perfectly. You cannot tell unless you point it out that there is a camera there. It is a great stealthy look. And right away, wow, look at that, how cool is that? Now by default, it's showing the rear camera, which is obviously acting as a mirror right now, but it could also be changed to show the front camera. One of the things that I really like is how wide the display it is, and the resolution continues to be very, very nice. Now, if I slide my finger this way, I can see both the front and the rear camera. And that's what makes it so interesting, because I'm gonna go back here. This is the front camera, and you can tell how really crisp and clear it is. And the reason for it is that the front camera is a 4K resolution camera. So this on a computer can be blown up and you're gonna be able to see a lot of detail. Now going back to the back camera is a 2K resolution camera. Mind you, both of these cameras are using Sony sensors, but this is what's really neat to me. The fact that the camera provides a larger view than what a normal mirror does. This already is giving you a bigger view of what the back is, but if you wanted to see it even more, check this out. This is really nuts. So I'm gonna move my finger. I can actually move up and down. That's how wide the field is, that I am recording pretty much everything that's behind me, not just a little section like you would normally only see in the front camera. I mean in the rear mirror, standard glass one. Now let's look at the front camera. Same thing with the front camera. You got a lot of visibility. Now the video is recorded in its entirety, in terms that the whole picture is being captured. When I do this, I am just sliding what displays on this video. So if I point it down, I'm not missing any content from the top. Everything is being recorded. I'm gonna put this back somewhere about right here. This also makes it neat for installation, because if you put the camera in a lower area, such as the license plate in the rear, you can adjust the view to exactly where you want it. So this is the equivalent of you tilting your mirror. This also has another thing that to me is game changer, which is the GPS capability. A camera without GPS, I think it's only halfway through of being a good camera. And I'm gonna go into the features here. There is all kinds of neat stuff on here. You have the ability to change a lot of the things, like the sensitivity on when it triggers. After it hits, if you were to hit a car, this G sensor will automatically record that incident. Also, it has the ability to have a parking guard. So if somebody were to tap your car, it will record. I mean, this is recording dual cameras, front and back. I can also have it display my license plate on there. And you can change a couple of other features in here, such as the sound. Another good thing that I really like about this is this right here, the recognition. I'm gonna turn this on, and there are certain prompts that will activate certain functions on the camera. So I'm gonna say, show rear camera.
Okay.
Show front camera.
Okay.
That's so cool, huh? Show both cameras.
Okay.
And that's just one of the many features. It can be controlled entirely hands-free. The center one activates the recording also. So as you can see on here, that is recording right now with that little red indicator. If I hit that again, it stops recording. So this is really neat, again, because it gives you full control of the camera. If you wanted to have a conversation and not have that recorded, I can also turn off the mic. And it can even take a picture if I wanted to. So this is really cool. Now let's go do some real on-the-world driving tests of what it looks like in the day and what it looks like at night. Before we go on the test drive, I just want to show you how big of a difference it is between the camera with a really wide angle field of view. I can see the car, I can see the sides, and technically I could even see the license plate or the sky by moving up or down. Now let's look at a regular mirror. On the regular mirror, the view is very restricted, especially if there's passengers in the back. Notice I can't see the license plate, I can't see the bottom. I only see a very small window into the back of my car. Here's a drive test of driving at daytime. The colors are very vivid, the picture is nice and crisp, and you can really see how well the 4K picture reveals a lot of details. Here's the rear camera. Now the rear camera, not being 4K, is only 2.5K, has less detail than the front, but is still perfect, just enough to capture the details that you need, such as a license plate. Here's a test at night. The camera adjusts itself. The darker it is outside, the more the gain is gonna go up, so it's gonna allow you to see a little bit better. Now, if it's pitch black out there, even the mirror is gonna be black, so the camera is not gonna give you super night vision. But you can see here that this is very well good footage that you can get while shot at night. So that completes the drive test of the Vantop mirror dashcam. Again, the model of this camera is the Discovery H612T. And this camera is pretty neat because it addresses two of the main drawbacks I have with dashcams. One being that if it's a small camera that's mounted in the front somewhere visible in the dash, you might want to take it off if you're walking away from your car, as it's a temptation for somebody to want to steal it. This one, the fact that it's mounted in a mirror, is very low key and stealthy, as you saw. So you're going to feel a lot more comfortable leaving it in there, and nobody's really going to be able to tell that you have this installed. The other thing that it does, it provides extra safety because of the wider field of view in the rear view mirror like we saw earlier. So those two things make this camera killer. Now the fact that this is a 4K front camera and that it has GPS is a game changer. Now, is there things that Vantop could do better on the next model? Yeah, I think it'd be really awesome to see if they could integrate the GPS antenna inside of the monitor. That would eliminate having to run an extra wire and an antenna module like I have hidden in the front of the dash. The other thing I would like to see is a 4K rear camera. So that means you will have dual 4K cameras, one for the front and one for the back. And I think people are willing to pay a little bit more for those extra features. Well, what do you guys think about mirror dash cams? Is it the future for cars, or is it more of a gimmick? I personally think, and I'm fully convinced now, that this is what I want on all my cars now. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. If you guys found this product review helpful, make sure you thumbs up. If you want to purchase this camera, I'll put a link on the description below. And I have a lot more product reviews coming up, so stay tuned for the next one.